Phasmophobia had a huge announcement today. And that announcement was that they have reworked the roadmap for 2026. Some things, a couple of things have been moved even to 2027. We can see already the roadmap that is ahead for this year that has been changed. Obviously, it is subject to change. However, this is where it stands as of now. The next update that we are going to be getting is in July. We are getting the Willow rework and the quality of life update. Now, I'm sure that when I go down, all of this is going to be said in all of this, but just from a surface level, what we can see. July, Willow rework, quality of life update part 1, meaning that there's going to be 2 quality of life updates that are going to have over 100 fixes included between them. I have no idea what fixes are being implemented for part 1 and part 2. I'm not sure about that, but there's a lot. I can only assume that they are on a private branch where they're working through all of this. So that way, whenever they go to release it with Willow, it's just a switch on and it's just ready to rock. October, the normal Crimson Eye event, but then Unity 6. They are going to be switching over to Unity 6, which hopefully is going to solve a lot of visual problems we've been having, especially with light. So like Grafton being really dark, hopefully Unity 6 will make it so that Grafton is not as dark anymore. November, we're getting another player character visual update. Not exactly sure what's being included, or I can't remember exactly. December, we're getting the Edgefield rework. So July, we're getting Willow. December, we're getting Edgefield. They are slowly making their way through the maps, reworking them. Winter's Jest, and then TBC content update. Who knows what that could be? We can see that that image is the poster board for the events. I'm not sure if that's going to be anything. And then 2027, that is where 1.0 is now going to be, along with Switch 2 and other things as well. Let's start going through the text of this so we can start reading all this stuff. Welcome back, Ghost Hunters. Over the last month and a half, we've been reading the discussions about Phasmophobia across so many different channels and taking note of the biggest issues, points of concern, questions, and more. We're sorry that it's taken a while to respond, but we wanted to make sure that when we did, we had something of substance for you. Now, remember, that's kind of what we said. We assumed that that's what it was going to be, that they really wanted to have their ducks in a row before they came back again with something to say. Hopefully today, with our updated roadmap and information on what's to come into Phasmophobia, we can start to build back your trust and have meaningful conversations around the game we all care so deeply about. We'll go into more detail on everything in this blog, but for those of you that would rather just have the headlines, here we go. The rework of 13 Willow Street will launch July 21st, 2026, alongside a quality of life update. So that is what we saw up here. July 21st, mark your calendars. That is when we're getting our next update. So yes, that is a little under a month away. I imagine it is to make sure that all of this stuff is ready to rock and they're not just delivering a couple small updates here, there. Willow Street quality of life update. A further quality of life update will launch in August. Our upgrade to Unity 6 will take place in October. An additional player character update will launch in November, bringing with it improved animations, character models, UI, more clothing, and customization options. Phasmophobia 1.0, as well as our next new map, will launch in 2027. Obviously, with all this stuff that's happening this year, this is having to be put back again just to make sure that it's ready when they finally do it. And they're not just releasing it to say that they released it. Because it would be easy enough to say, all right, here's 1.0, and then have a crap ton that they have to do to the game. So as long as it's getting fixed and as long as there's content, I don't care that much that this is getting pushed back. As long as there's motion. If there's no motion and this is just being pushed just to push it, that's a problem. But it's not. There's things happening. A new roadmap. Over the last month, we've taken a look at our plans for 2026 and made important decisions and changes to make sure that we get things right. Phasmophobia's new roadmap, which can be seen below, focuses on bringing the game back in line with our vision and one that we hope reignites your passion for it. With a focus on quality of life over new content, our various updates will bring with them hundreds of fixes, starting with our first update in July, as well as bringing the game up to date with Unity 6. Our second player character update will improve and redo areas such as the animations, character models, UI, and introduce a host of new customization options. We saw the roadmap. We've already been able to tell what's coming when. So Willow and quality of life. I'm very, very curious to know what that first quality of life update is actually going to have. Alongside these various updates, you can expect to see more regular development previews that'll take you deeper into what they'll contain and the improvements they'll bring to Phasmophobia. Been waiting for them forever. So thank goodness they're finally going to be doing more previews of what's to come to keep us updated with their progress, which is great. You may notice that a few things have been removed from the roadmap for 2026, such as Phasmophobia 1.0 and our new map. While we'll talk more about the 1.0 delay further down in this blog, we want to reassure you that a new map will be coming to Phasmo just a little later than planned. For now, let's go into a little detail on the first update, bringing with it the reworked 13 Willow Street. Our 13 Willow Street rework update will launch on the 21st of July, 2026, bringing with it the reworked map and the first of our quality of life updates. Before we get into the second part, let's take a look at the new Willow Street. Now, we have images here, but we don't just have images. I also have footage to show you guys. So we immediately palm trees. So summoning circle is now when you enter through those two glass pane doors, and then kitchen is over here. Okay. We'll look at more of this. Just hold your horsies. Pet bowls are right there. Of course, for the kitties. The basement. Now, look at this. Sports memorabilia looking very updated and very snazzy. Going to the beach? I guess so. It is, yeah, man cave, 100%. Absolutely. Yeah. It looks so good. I'm loving it. That's why I said, people are like, are you worried about them updating Willow because Willow's your favorite map? It's like, no, I love the reworks that they've done. I can't wait to see it. The layout is not different. No, not so far. And we'll go through the video that I have. I think it's the front door. Like the front door is over here. And then this is the left wall, I think. And then you have the two doors right here. I think so. There you go. That is the new garage, which is now just a home gym with even more little cat stuff up there. But you've got the punching bag and some other stuff here, some towels and whatnots. And then you've got this. This is here. That's what this, it's on this table. So this here, you can even tell with the lighting too. So this is on top of the table here. Now the question is, what this is alluding to. What is this alluring to? But yeah, you see right here, California. And then they're going not up the coast necessarily, but not far. Coming up to here to the mountains and then finishing somewhere. So, I mean, I could do like a super zoom and try to figure out what this is, but we'll worry about that another time. You first leave the truck. You make a right. There's your house. There she is. Got a car out here in the driveway now, which is interesting. It makes me wonder, can the ghost set the car off from inside and you still maybe have to get the car key because you can't turn the car off that's outside unless you have it? I'm just going to let it play one time through the footage I have and we'll go back through it. Okay. How about that? So living room, lots of unique items, lots of unique stuff. Kitchen. There's that map we were talking about with the backpack. Here's the garage. You can see the garage door on the left. Okay. There's even a shower inside of here. Very cool looking basement. Look at the other room. Look at this. So not only do you have that, you also have a pool table down there too. What looks to be under the stair under the stair hiding, more than likely. Bedroom. Look at this. Look at all the paintings. Oh, there's a lot of looping spots here. Lots of looping spots. Yeah. Okay. So let's go through it now. Okay. We got the living room with lots of interactable items. It looks like, I don't know if you're going to be able to move all the books or anything like that. I don't know. Hard to say. We could dissect this with a knife and try to figure out everything. But, oh, there's the pillow. That's so in Willow Street, they have a custom pillow that they made, even though not every asset in there was there. This was. So that's from the current Willow. We can see they got some cat statues over here. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a Nintendo? Music boxes on the shelf. Wait, where? Did I miss it? Hold on. That's good information to have. Where? On this shelf? Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's huge. There it is. Yeah. Good call. Look on the table. There's a freaking switch. Can you see it? It's hard to see. It's a little hard to see. Oh, but you can see the Joy-Con. Look. It's right there. So we move in to the kitchen. 2 switches there. I can't tell. It looks like a pen on the table there. I can't really see it. All right, we've got this map. I don't know what this map is supposed to entail. I don't know if that's like giving us an idea of what a future map is going to be. I don't know. Maybe. Hard to say. They're talking about the mountains. You've got hiking gear. You've got a walkie, health kit. Maybe there's going to be like maybe the new map that they're going to add next year is like a mountain house, you know, like a cabin. Not like Maple Lodge, but maybe something different. You know what I mean? Like in a snowy mountain kind of thing. I don't know. It's so hard to say. It's so hard to say. Cabin in the woods. Let's go. But yeah, kitchen. You've got the refrigerator. You've got the coffee maker. Again, just lots of stuff to mess with. And then you move into the garage. Now, in the garage before, we had the mirror and the summoning circle. So I wonder if only one cursed object is here, and I just don't know where it is right now. Like, we can't see it, you know? Definitely possible. But yeah, you've got lots, again, just a ton of new stuff. A ton of items to mess with. You're not being left high and dry in these rooms. No pun intended for the shower. Oh, fire tower would be sick. I mean, I don't know what you would do with that, though. Oh, did you see the treadmill? Was that supposed to be a Peloton? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. You got a treadmill over there, too. Here's the basement. Let's get to a good spot to pause. There. Yeah. So, with the basement, you've got split room. Well, not really split necessarily, because you've just got this window that's going through where the ghost can see you. But the looping side of it, I guess, would be this table. But yeah, you've got TV, you've got more gaming. Is that another effing Nintendo? I wonder how the room borders work here. I don't know if it's considered one room or two. It does look like another Nintendo. And then you've got a console that's standing up, and you might even have more that are right here. Yeah, but then when you go through, we can go to the pool table and we can see more here. Galactic something. Never back down, never what? Yeah, the cards have to be over here, right? Because there's playing cards over here. Very cool. Got a dartboard, bunch of books. You got pool cues. Okay. From this angle, we can see more. I think there's a beer can on its side. It does look like another Nintendo. What the hell? So when you come down the stairs on the right, looks like you've got another poster or something here. And then a table that might hold something like a cursed possession on it or something. I don't know. And then you've got this area back here, which looks like it's some sort of hiding spot under the stairs. And this is definitely the back. This is the back room. I can't tell if this is the back right bedroom or the back left. I'm not sure. It looks like the back right. But you've got a crap ton of paintings. A lot of paint on the floor. Creepy ass paintings all over the place. Is that a heart with goo coming out of it? Painting wildlife. Okay. And then you got kitties. As with our rework on 6 Tanglewood Drive, this new version of 13 Willow Street retains an almost identical layout to the location currently in-game, but features redesigned rooms, new theming, and plenty of new interactions and objects to discover. 13 Willow Street will continue our approach to storytelling in Phasmophobia 2, with a story waiting to be pieced together. We can't wait to hear your theories and thoughts. It's got to be this. I don't know what it has to do with the mountains. You can literally see Trailblaze or whatever it is on their backpack. Yeah, there's something to be had there. Quality of life. Our quality of life updates this year will focus on bug fixes, gameplay improvements, and the overall stability and playability of the game. Due to the hundreds of bug fixes, changes, and new features currently planned for release, we'll be releasing 2 separate quality of life updates, the first with the Willow launch and the second in August. These updates have been built off the back of the feedback we've received since the launch of the player character update, as well as changes we've wanted to implement for a long time. We'll provide full patch notes and details at release of the updates, but here's a few details of some of the improvements. Obviously, this has been long awaited. We've been waiting for them to come out with fixes. They are coming. They're just not here yet. And there's going to be hundreds of them. There's a lot of good information to be had here. I've obviously been really excited for Willow. There's a lot of stuff here that got me even more excited for what's to come. New keybinds for pressing 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the individual inventory slots for keyboard and mouse. We have been asking for this for ages. There's a few things here that we've bugged the living crap out of them about. Like, hey, so when are we getting this? Hey, when are we getting that? Hey, when are we getting this? We should get that. Hey, what about that? And I think they're finally like, dude, we just need to give in. So yeah, I think you'll still be able to scroll the way you normally do, but now we're going to have different keybinds to get quickly to whatever we need. FOV adjustments for held items to increase item visibility. Right now, some of the items are super teeny or they just are in a really weird spot. Fixed. Eye adaption option for console players. I'm not a big eye adaption person, but I know people that love it. So it's going to be something as you console players, you just have to try and see if you like it or not. I know some people that love it. Moving the truck closer to map entrances on Prison and Brownstone. Now, this is something apparently that they either talked about or shown in the summit that I didn't get to see. But according to Mr. Tomothy, he was saying it's really nice. The fact of how much closer it is to the entrances for prison and high school, he says it's a lot better. Because right now, it takes us 20 minutes to go from one side to the other. Restricted map variants for Point Hope, Brownstone High School, and Prison. Probably, in my opinion, one of the bigger things that is coming from this that is going to make an impact for how you play the game. The school is now going to include 6 map variants. When you play High School Restricted, you will be able to get one of 6 different versions. 2 top floor, 4 bottom floor. And if I understand it correctly from Mr. Tom, I believe he was saying that the gym is not included in any of them. So if it's 2 top floor, 4 bottom, you've got probably the hallway left, hallway right. Downstairs, you've got hallway left, hallway right. I don't know where the other 2 would be. But according to this, it says 2 top floor, 4 bottom floor, unless it's a oopsie and it's supposed to be 2 top, 2 below. Don't hold me to that. I'm not really sure. The prison is going to have 2 variants. Main reception and staff areas, and then reception, library, security, cafeteria, and connecting hallways, not the entire hallway. Point Hope is going to have a single variant, only one variant, which will be the bottom half of the map. So I guess on Point Hope, it's probably like bathroom and below or something. Or maybe it doesn't even go to the bathroom. I mean, it would have to. You'd have like 3 rooms if it didn't. VR improvements, equipment, usability changes, belt improvements, character movement, and more. The legacy badge screen will be available in the customization shop to allow you to customize it whenever you want to. So if you are an OG and you played before they added the prestige system, you have a legacy badge. And you're going to actually be able to go and customize that legacy badge, I imagine, up to the point of what your highest level was before the update. I mean, before the prestige stuff was added. So now you won't be stuck. Before it was a one-time thing, and now it's going to be fixed or changed. The collected bone will show in the journal. This has been asked for ever since collecting the bone was a thing. Asked for even more whenever the bone was required for perfect games. If somebody else picks up the bone and I don't know about it and they forget about it, we are hoping that they got it. Love it. Fantastic change. My guess is that that's only going to be like the collected bone will show in the journal for now. And then later down the road, there's something different that's going to be happening that's going to remove the bone entirely. We'll get to that later. You're going to be able to choose what ghost type you want to go up against in custom difficulties. If you are itching to get a Pulte bomb because you never have had one before, if you have customs unlocked, you're going to be able to go pick a Pulte and play over and over and over again until you get it. Imagine you're allowed to choose a demon and you can get the demon achievement, the demon slate achievement, by just playing with the demon over and over and over again. Going into the map, 60 seconds are up, leave, go back. You know you have a demon. You just needed to want to kill you within 60 seconds. That's it. If you want to practice against a known ghost to get used to the abilities. Yep. To try new ghosts. So if we get another new ghost or like the new ones that we just got, if you want to try them out and try to figure out different things about them that you've never seen before, now you can. The zoom feature in the customization shop will now zoom in the selected area. Slide 1 below. So if we check slide 1, this was what we wanted from the second that they introduced the custom players, the player character update. Now, when you go to customize your character, when you're choosing certain things, it zooms in on that thing you're trying to customize. Ability to raise the watch while carrying equipment. Now you're going to have a custom keybind that allows you to pull up that watch anytime you want to. Improvements to character animations, leg movements, slide 3 below. Another one we'll just look at for a second. But so I guess they improved the way that the legs move so it doesn't look like your leg is getting stuck behind you. Equipment switching animation speed increases, including making opening and closing the journal almost instant. So if we go to the fourth one, this is what it looks like now when you go to pull the journal up. Instant. I still do wish that the journal was a little bit closer than what they're showing us. Booking doc is going to be way faster. Oh man, I'm going to be able to just do it, pow, without him even knowing it. Improvements to photo detection, as well as showing an indicator for what you're taking a photo of, similar to the video camera. You're actually going to get a little thing to pop up on the photo camera to tell you when you have something you can take a photo of. It's going to be nice. Oh, it's going to help so much. Oh my God. When the ghost shows up as a shadow, that's such a good point, Liana. When the ghost shows up as a shadow, you can turn and actually see it pop up like, hey, take a damn photo. Can be a bone detector. You walk into a room with a photo camera and it'll tell you bone. I don't know what the distance is. I'm sure we'll see what that's like. Tom did mention that though, that like, look at the distance you're here to this. That probably should not happen. That's too far away. Too far away. But very cool change. I dig. Equipment can be instantly used, allowing the animation to be skipped. Look how fast they're turning on and off the EMF and the flashlight. Look at the hand. You see the little hand right here turning on and off the flashlight? And the little thumb right there for the EMF reader? I like. So there's hundreds of fixes, dude. Hundreds of fixes. These 2 quality of life updates will address most of the issues players are encountering and aim for them to drastically improve the state of Phasmophobia. Other planned updates, such as our move to Unity 6 later in the year, will further improve the stability and performance of the game. My understanding of this and how this is going to work is it's actually getting improved. If you have multiple things inside of a shot, right? Multiple things that can be taken a photo of, it's going to prioritize based on what you've already taken a photo of and what is the rarer interaction or thing. So if you have a haunted mirror, but a ghost is in front of it, it's going to get the ghost, right? If you have a bone in front of you, but the ghost is behind the bone, it's going to take the ghost first because it is the pricier photo. If you already have a picture of the ghost, it will ignore it and then it will go for the bone. That's my understanding of how that's going to work. So priority will be back. If I understood that correctly, which let's go. Duping pictures will be harder because it's going to prioritize the other things. These 2 quality of life updates will address most of the issues players are encountering and aim for them to drastically improve the state of Phasmophobia. Other planned updates, such as the move to Unity 6 later in the year, will further improve the stability and performance of the game. We've been through that. Phasmophobia 1.0 launches 2027. There's some good info that is to be had underneath this, okay? If you haven't seen this yet. Earlier this year, we committed to launching Phasmophobia 1.0 at the end of 2026. Now, following a review of our plans and internal processes, we're making the decision to move the release of 1.0 to the second half of 2027. The game will be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 at the same time too. So obviously this is sad news that it is moving to the second half of 2027. But like I said earlier, as long as they are fixing the game, as long as they are continuing to push content for the game, I'm not that stressed about it being 1.0. The horror update, the horror 2.0 is basically this. Like horror 2.0, it was included with Phasmophobia going full release 1.0. It's going to be the best decision. It sucks we have to wait longer. It sucks it had to be delayed. Yes, but shit happens. It is what it is. Yes, I know that part of it was their own doing because of the update that they did with the player character. We might not be getting all these cool extra things if they hadn't screwed up in the first place. And that's not an excuse for what they did in any way, shape, or form. I'm just glad to see motion. Now, I say we're glad to see motion. This is all just hearsay at this point. Once we see it happen, the update for July 21st is going to say a lot. That's going to say a lot. If that goes well, I think they're going to gain back a lot of trust. And I think a lot of people are going to start being like, okay, we can come back to the game. I'm feeling better about it. If they flop the July 21st update, then it is what it is. I believe after seeing this today and all the information I have, I believe that they're going to bring it back. We know this will come as a disappointment to many, but this is the right decision to ensure we deliver the 1.0 version of Phasmophobia that's true to our vision, high quality standards, and provides the experience for players that we've always wanted to achieve. We're not going to stay quiet though. Beginning in 2027, we'll be bringing you with us during development through regular streams and other means, showcasing our work, sharing some of the secrets of Phasmophobia 1.0, and much more. While we won't spoil all the surprises, we want to be as visible as possible for you, hopefully rebuilding the trust that we've understandably lost this year. That said, let's not wait until the new year to share something. Below is our first look at the improved model for Patient 07. A fan favorite who, along with all of our ghost models, is getting a much needed glow up in 1.0. That's the new Pam. This is the new Patient 07. Now, this is obviously a work in progress. This is not a final form, but this is just, hey, this is what she's starting to look like. Why is the ghost hot? Okay, relax. For her to look like this, but then like, I want her to event and look absolutely horrifying. You know what I mean? All of our ghost models will be given a new lease of life with the visual upgrade, but will also be providing their own unique experiences for players. What that entails exactly is something we'll go into more detail with down the line. We look forward to sharing that with you when we're ready to. Something we've known for quite a long time is that all the ghost models are going to be getting revamps, reworks, or made brand new. We're going to be getting all brand new ghost models. This is just a few of them. We have Patient 07. We have the child, which we can only assume is related to like the Nancy stuff and all that jazz, right? I want to see like a juggernaut. You know what I mean? I want to see like a juggernaut ghost. And I'm thinking about like 13 ghosts, and I'm thinking about those ghost models. I wonder if that's the new BJM. Oh my God. Can you imagine? No, like this guy looks like he's wearing a suit. Another aspect of 1.0 we want to reveal today is the introduction of conduits. Replacing the bone as a collectible during each contract, these are unique items paired with a particular ghost model, not paired with a ghost. So it's not for like a phantom or for a banshee or for a Dayan, whatever. It is for a particular ghost model. A conduit is an item that ties a ghost to our world, preventing them from moving on. These items will provide new lore to the ghost and the overall world of Phasmophobia. Perhaps you can piece together some tidbits already. These are those conduits. We've got a burning letter, a locket, whatever this is supposed to be, which, by the way, if we can tell, the ghost model wise, right? Ghost model wise, look at this one over here first. You have numbers on them, right? And you have a doctor at the end. This is totally related to Patient 07. This one, Nancy and Mabel, we have a watch here, and the watch looks beat to crap, or maybe the glass is just broken in. It's hard to say. It just looks really rough. And then you've got this like portable light bulb that's been broken. It does look like that. It looks like a work light almost, right? Because you can see the cable that's been cut. It does look like that. Now, I don't know what you use them for. I don't know if it's helpful, because like if it's replacing the bone, then is there something we can do with the conduit to protect us, or does it do something to the ghost? I don't know. Tall guy is burning. Oh, I could see that. Dude looks like this and looks all rough because he was on fire. Rest of the year, we focused on some of this year's major updates for Phasmophobia, but as you can see, the roadmap features more than just these. Following on from our 2 quality of life updates, we'll be making the jump up to Unity 6 in October. Unity 6 update will provide some crucial stability updates as well as a brand new lighting system for Phasmophobia. We'll also be implementing further accessibility options such as preferences for colorblind players, as well as further quality of life improvements and bug fixes. We'll dive deeper into these changes in a development preview later this year, so please do keep an eye out for that. So whenever they switch over to Unity 6, it's going to give them better performance, better lighting, more accessibility options, and more. Our second player character update will arrive in November, bringing with it brand new customization options and cosmetics, an improved shop UI, as well as new animations and graphical improvements for our character models in game, giving each character much more life and personality than is currently available. So November, not forever away, but you know, still got some distance. Elsewhere, we'll see the return of Crimson Eye and Winter's Jest without the leaderboards, as well as our third map rework of the year, 42 Edgefield Road. I can't wait to see what they do with that one. If they made Tangle look like some old lady's house and Willow looks like some cat-loving bachelor pad, very curious to see what they do with Edgefield. Finally, we're also planning one extra content update for the game later in 2026 that'll bring with it changes to our weekly challenges. I've only done the same ones like 500 times. New voice recognition features and more. We'll share details on all of our updates when the time is right. Can't wait to see what that's going to be. Moving Phasmophobia 1.0 to 2027 allows us the time and resources to get it to the high standard that you all deserve and to rebuild the relationship between Kinetic Games and you, our community. While the news of delays is never a good thing, we do hope that the information we've shared with you today helps you understand our decision, which, in my opinion, it does. We're sorry for how Phasmophobia was left following our last update, and we understand your frustration. The player character update did not meet the standards we set for ourselves or the expectations you have for the game. Our next update is the first step in the new direction, and we look forward to sharing it with you on July 21st. Thank you, Ghost Hunters, for your time reading this blog, your passion and support for Phasmophobia, and so much more. And honestly, like, you guys, us collectively, are the reason that this is getting changed and getting fixed as well. You know, our voices are what help. Like, so if you ever think you're not making a difference, you are, because us telling them, hey, we don't like this. We don't like this. We enjoy things like this. We don't like this. This is good. This is bad. It's really, really helpful. I can't wait to play the new Willow. It looks great. It looks just like ours right now. It's just going to have a new fresh coat of paint. I'm excited for it. Now, this is stuff that I can talk about, but I can't show. So the location of Willow is in Palm Springs. There's a narrative puzzle, new looping and hiding spots, and this says new ghost type. I don't know if that means whenever they drop Willow, they're going to be dropping a new ghost. That's just what I read. The watch changed, so it looks like control pad is going to have its own dedicated button now for raising the watch, while we'll have a key bind as well for it. The gray sanity section of the watch is now darker to increase sanity visibility. So now when you're looking at the watch and trying to check your sanity, it'll be a little bit easier to understand it. With the key binds, 1 will always be your flashlight. 4 is always the igniter. Can only go to this slot if there's an igniter there. Good to know. Character models. Update to the dead body to make it look dead. I'm curious what that means. Fix issues with the character eyes. The face will change to a dead facial animation. Body skin will change to look dead. So the body will literally lose, I guess, saturation and make it look dead. I like that. That's cool. The player voice chat will cut out as soon as the neck is snapped. Now we're talking. That was one of the griefs I had. Because when the player's neck is snapped, you can still hear the player talking. It's until their body falls. So as soon as the neck is snapped, voice cuts out. Yes, the Sunny Meadows Burning Crucifix Easter egg is now photographable. Ooh. EMF 5 is a unique photo. So I'm guessing you'll be able to get EMF photo, and then if you get EMF 5, another photo. I'm not against new media. Hell yeah. The Obake shapeshift video now counts as a ghost video for the objective. Telling you, I know we've got to wait for it. I understand that sucks, but it's like it's November and you know Christmas is coming, you know? Ghost type chances. New ghost types will have increased chances for a duration after they are added. I feel like what I'm reading is literally a list of my complaints being fixed. Like, or the things that I had grief with like, man, I loved when they did that. That was so great. I loved that we did this. Oh, this is a problem. It's literally just getting fixed in a list. The new ghost types will have increased chances for a duration after they are added. So when they add a new ghost, what they used to do, at least for a small spell of a time, which might have been when they did Mimic, I don't remember, but you had a higher chance, almost like twice as much, to get the new ghost. So you could actually like play with the new ghost and try to figure it out. And we were expecting that, I guess, with the Cormos and everything, but that never happened. So it looks like it's going to happen in the future again. Custom difficulty changes. You can now select a ghost type. This would force a 0 multiplier, but it would allow you to test for the ghost type. So if you're not worried about making money, you're just worried about trying to get You're just worried about trying to test a ghost to figure it out. There you go. Apocalypse challenge. A photo of the ghost requirement has been changed to capture proof of a ghost with any sound recording, video, or photo. Right now, when you do the apocalypse, you have to get a photo of the ghost. Apocalypse will now be easier because it doesn't have to be a photo. It can be a video or a sound. Sunny Meadows side doors will now only lock if at least one player is on that side with the ghost. So if I'm reading that correctly, that says to me, if you're in a wing and it starts hunting and it doesn't lock, the ghost is not near in that wing. That was something we talked about when Sunny Meadows first released. Literally when the map came out, we said, I don't understand why we're getting locked into a side if the ghost isn't even there. Because if it hunts early, you're screwed. You're stuck. Heavy rain sound is being reduced for the exterior and windows. Thank God. Console players can now disable eye adaptation in the settings. Super cool. Main lobby. This is not something we've talked about yet. The room under the games area is to be turned into an office or a meeting room. And the warehouse is getting a facelift to make it feel more lived in. I don't know if that is with the July quality of life or if that is with the August, but that means that we're finally going to be able to go into that room. Now, I don't know what's going to be in that room. I don't know what that's going to do for us, but we're going to be in there. Content update that is to be released at some point that we don't know about yet. Ghost reaction to voice recognition phrases. Questions such as move this door and give us a sign will have a small chance to force ghost interactions, events, evidence, etc. So in the past, the way that we've understood it, and I don't think we've ever been given a clear answer on it, was whenever you say something to the ghost, there's a chance you're upping the chances for interactions. While in the past, literally you could make the ghost do things by saying certain things. I think like you could make the ghost show up by saying, show us, which I don't think was ever intended to be a thing, but it was a thing. So like a lot of people used it thinking like it was intentional. So it looks like in the future, whenever this content update's coming out, which I think the content update they said was happening this year at some point, by asking it to do specific things, there's a small chance it will literally do that thing. So you'll be talking to the ghost more, asking it to give us a sign, move this door, show yourself, whatever it may be. Text voice players will have a list to choose from. So that'll be cool. We can actually see a big list to see what that's going to be. Phrases to be listed in the journal to avoid reliance on the wiki. Nice. Weekly challenge improvements. Weekly challenges are currently only custom difficulties with forced equipment, aiming to have unique main objectives that force players to learn mechanics. Get a video recording of an Obake shapeshift. Get the entire team killed by a demon within the first minute. That's what I want. I want unique things. What I really want is I want them to take challenges that people have made through the community and turn them into weekly challenges. Locked in challenge and turn it into a weekly. Rather than you spawning in the truck, you literally spawn inside the map and you can't leave until you pick the ghost and lock it in, and then you can leave. To do this, we'll force the ghost types in ghost rooms. We'll also potentially add fun modifiers such as small players, ghosts, and equipment, bouncy equipment, etc. Oh my God. Odd job? Odd job? Rockets only? Let's go. There's going to be another map rework releasing in 2027 before 1.0. We can only assume that's Ridgeview, because if Willow's being reworked for July and Edgefield is going to be in December, then Ridgeview would be up next. Let's see. Reimagined horror design, complete overhaul of ghost events, interactions, and hunts, new horror mechanics. This is for Phasmophobia 1.0. Sound design overhaul, AAA quality sound, and WY's integration. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that means something important. Let's see. Ghost redesign, new models, sounds, animations, narrative updates, official lore that ties into the movie, and puzzles for players to solve. I love the idea of solving puzzles. I'm down for that. They talk about the ghost lineup. I'm literally going through like a spreadsheet basically, or like a PowerPoint of extra information that we were given. Theming ghosts and their events, which makes what makes sense. Ghosts should move and act in line with their theme. So each ghost is going to move differently depending on the ghost. If every ghost hunts differently, it's going to be so great. I'm so excited for it. I think that all of this is great. I think when I heard initially that the update itself was going to be coming out in July, yes, that really sucks. It's really disappointing knowing that we have to wait like another month for more fixes, which is not good when you're looking at the player base and you're like, well, if it's starting to dwindle, it's not going to get any better until the fixes actually happen. But if they can implement everything that they've stated and they can actually do a lot of the like half of the fixes in July and half of them in August, depending on the July update, I think that is going to decide what happens next for the game. I mean, like the player base. If that July update brings a lot of fixes and it fixes a lot of people's concerns and they add the new Willow, that could be a massive boost. For the most part, I think that's it. There we have it.